Well, I think this argument about the automotive makers is a complicated one, right? Because I think so many folks say, look, there's lots of R&D that's gone on inside their business. They are constantly developing new products, new concept cars. I think that the bigger question, however, is did they have a pipeline and a funnel of viable product offer that was not only desired in the near future, in the near term, but in the long term, and also compensating or anticipating the unanticipatable, if you will, sort of understanding that there are any number of changes that could occur, and they in fact occurred in sort of a Molotov cocktail this fall, right? So the spiking of gas prices, the economic downturn, and then the overall viability of their business due to a sort of whole combination of issues from sort of unsustainable legacy wage issues to the viability of their product relative to their foreign competitors. So what was really incumbent upon them, and is I think incumbent upon a number of other industries, I mean you're seeing the same thing occur within the news business, right? Within the reporting business, within newspapers, the viability of those newspapers. In both of those cases, you can look at examples of industries that did not anticipate the change and did not innovate early in order to innovate in order to anticipate sort of what could potentially happen. So if I can divert for a second, if you look at the newspaper industry, for example, they thought that it was just enough to sort of put their newspaper consumable and consumed in the same manner that you would consume it by reading it, in your own hands on a Sunday morning, just up on the internet. When in fact we now know that consumers want to consume news online in a very different way, right? They want to be able to go deeper into a particular product story or a particular product or service. They want to be able to move around much more fluidly. But yet most of the traditional newspaper process online is just a replication of what happens when you actually buy it from the newsstand as a paper. Not dissimilar to the automotive industry, I think has been asleep at the wheel for the same reasons, particularly here in America. The product introduction was giving us exactly what we wanted, when we wanted it, up until we didn't want it anymore. And then when we didn't want it anymore, the pipeline was sort of empty relative to more fuel-efficient automobiles, electric cars, hybrids, that were really viable compared to their foreign competitors. So innovation process is about incubating on an ongoing basis short-term, near-term, and long-term innovations and new product introductions and services that can be incremental innovations or radical innovations when they're called for and needed. And the companies that have that capability and focus as an organization are likely to be the companies that will prosper moving forward.